I wake up early on school days. I wake up early on school days. I wake up early on school days. She practices piano every evening. She practices piano every evening. She practices piano every evening. We had lunch together yesterday. We had lunch together yesterday. We had lunch together yesterday. He wants to be a doctor in the future. He wants to be a doctor in the future. He wants to be a doctor in the future. They are studying for the test now. They are studying for the test now. They are studying for the test now. I often walk to work in the morning. I often walk to work in the morning. I often walk to work in the morning. She stayed home because she felt sick. She stayed home because she felt sick. She stayed home because she felt sick. We will start the meeting at 10. We will start the meeting at 10. We will start the meeting at 10. He reads books before going to bed. He reads books before going to bed. He reads books before going to bed. They played tennis after school. They played tennis after school. They played tennis after school. I forgot to bring my notebook today. I forgot to bring my notebook today. I forgot to bring my notebook today. She learned English by watching videos. She learned English by watching videos. She learned English by watching videos. We are planning a trip next month. We are planning a trip next month. We are planning a trip next month. He helped his friend with homework. He helped his friend with homework. He helped his friend with homework. They will finish the work soon. They will finish the work soon. They will finish the work soon. I was happy to see my family. I was happy to see my family. I was happy to see my family. She usually drinks tea after dinner. She usually drinks tea after dinner. She usually drinks tea after dinner. We cleaned the room together. We cleaned the room together. We cleaned the room together. He decided to study harder this year. He decided to study harder this year. He decided to study harder this year. They are waiting for the bus now. They are waiting for the bus now. They are waiting for the bus now. I watched a movie at home last night. I watched a movie at home last night. I watched a movie at home last night. She works part-time on weekends. She works part-time on weekends. She works part-time on weekends. We need more time to think. We need more time to think. We need more time to think. He woke up late this morning. He woke up late this morning. He woke up late this morning. They enjoy talking during lunch. They enjoy talking during lunch. They enjoy talking during lunch. I will call you after work. I will call you after work. I will call you after work. She felt nervous before the test. She felt nervous before the test. She felt nervous before the test. We found a nice cafe near the station. We found a nice cafe near the station. We found a nice cafe near the station. He listens to music while studying. He listens to music while studying. He listens to music while studying. They stayed up late to talk. They stayed up late to talk. They stayed up late to talk. I started learning English last year. I started learning English last year. I started learning English last year. She always checks her schedule in the morning. She always checks her schedule in the morning. She always checks her schedule in the morning. We will meet again next week. We will meet again next week. We will meet again next week. He practiced speaking English every day. He practiced speaking English every day. He practiced speaking English every day. They felt relieved after the exam. They felt relieved after the exam. They felt relieved after the exam. I bought a new bag yesterday. I bought a new bag yesterday. I bought a new bag yesterday. She smiled when she heard the news. She smiled when she heard the news. She smiled when she heard the news. We decided to eat at home tonight. We decided to eat at home tonight. We decided to eat at home tonight. He is trying to save money now. He is trying to save money now. He is trying to save money now. They moved to a new house last year. They moved to a new house last year. They moved to a new house last year. I was surprised by the result. I was surprised by the result. I was surprised by the result. She plans to study abroad someday. She plans to study abroad someday. She plans to study abroad someday. We enjoyed the walk in the park. We enjoyed the walk in the park. We enjoyed the walk in the park. He forgot his umbrella this morning. He forgot his umbrella this morning. He forgot his umbrella this morning. They are learning how to cook. They are learning how to cook. They are learning how to cook. I try to sleep early on weekdays. I try to sleep early on weekdays. I try to sleep early on weekdays. She felt proud of her work. She felt proud of her work. She felt proud of her work. We talked about the plan yesterday. We talked about the plan yesterday. We talked about the plan yesterday. He is getting better at math. He is getting better at math. He is getting better at math. They will arrive here around noon. They will arrive here around noon. They will arrive here around noon. I met an old friend by chance. I met an old friend by chance. I met an old friend by chance. She keeps a diary every day. She keeps a diary every day. She keeps a diary every day. We finished dinner earlier than usual. We finished dinner earlier than usual. We finished dinner earlier than usual. He wants to improve his English skills. He wants to improve his English skills. He wants to improve his English skills. They enjoyed learning something new. They enjoyed learning something new. They enjoyed learning something new. I stayed calm during the interview. I stayed calm during the interview. I stayed calm during the interview. She checks the weather every morning. She checks the weather every morning. She checks the weather every morning. We were tired after the long walk. We were tired after the long walk. We were tired after the long walk. He chose a simple answer. He chose a simple answer. He chose a simple answer. They practiced together for the event. They practiced together for the event. They practiced together for the event. I felt sleepy during the class. I felt sleepy during the class. I felt sleepy during the class. She joined the club last month. She joined the club last month. She joined the club last month. We are preparing for the presentation. We are preparing for the presentation. We are preparing for the presentation. He checked his email before leaving. He checked his email before leaving. He checked his email before leaving. They shared their ideas freely. They shared their ideas freely. They shared their ideas freely. I learned a lot from the experience. I learned a lot from the experience. I learned a lot from the experience. She waited patiently for her turn. She waited patiently for her turn. She waited patiently for her turn. We watched the sunset together. We watched the sunset together. We watched the sunset together. He stayed focused on his goal. He stayed focused on his goal. He stayed focused on his goal. They laughed at the funny story. They laughed at the funny story. They laughed at the funny story. I try to speak English every day. I try to speak English every day. I try to speak English every day. She felt relaxed after the bath. She felt relaxed after the bath. She felt relaxed after the bath. We made a list before shopping. We made a list before shopping. We made a list before shopping. He noticed the small mistake. He noticed the small mistake. He noticed the small mistake. They stayed quiet during the movie. They stayed quiet during the movie. They stayed quiet during the movie. I was nervous but excited. I was nervous but excited. I was nervous but excited. She remembered his advice later. She remembered his advice later. She remembered his advice later. We walked slowly to enjoy the view. We walked slowly to enjoy the view. We walked slowly to enjoy the view. He felt confident about his answer. He felt confident about his answer. He felt confident about his answer. They continued studying despite being tired. They continued studying despite being tired. They continued studying despite being tired. I learned new words today. I learned new words today. I learned new words today. She hopes to travel next year. She hopes to travel next year. She hopes to travel next year. We talked until late at night. We talked until late at night. We talked until late at night. He tried again after failing once. He tried again after failing once. He tried again after failing once. They listened carefully to the teacher. They listened carefully to the teacher. They listened carefully to the teacher. I stayed home to rest today. I stayed home to rest today. I stayed home to rest today. She felt happy with the result. She felt happy with the result. She felt happy with the result. We decided to start early tomorrow. We decided to start early tomorrow. We decided to start early tomorrow. He worked hard all day. He worked hard all day. He worked hard all day. They are learning from their mistakes. They are learning from their mistakes. They are learning from their mistakes. I noticed improvement in my listening. I noticed improvement in my listening. I noticed improvement in my listening. She keeps trying without giving up. She keeps trying without giving up. She keeps trying without giving up. We shared a simple meal together. We shared a simple meal together. We shared a simple meal together. He felt motivated by the message. He felt motivated by the message. He felt motivated by the message. They practiced speaking in pairs. They practiced speaking in pairs. They practiced speaking in pairs. I stayed positive during the process. I stayed positive during the process. I stayed positive during the process. She found learning English fun. She found learning English fun. She found learning English fun. We made steady progress this month. We made steady progress this month. We made steady progress this month. He looks forward to the next challenge. He looks forward to the next challenge. He looks forward to the next challenge. They continued learning step by step. They continued learning step by step. They continued learning step by step. I woke up earlier than usual today. I woke up earlier than usual today. I woke up earlier than usual today. She finished her homework before dinner. She finished her homework before dinner. She finished her homework before dinner. We talked about our plans this morning. We talked about our plans this morning. We talked about our plans this morning. He felt better after taking a rest. He felt better after taking a rest. He felt better after taking a rest. They practiced English together online. They practiced English together online. They practiced English together online. I try to listen carefully in class. I try to listen carefully in class. I try to listen carefully in class. She stayed positive during the challenge. She stayed positive during the challenge. She stayed positive during the challenge. We made time to relax in the evening. We made time to relax in the evening. We made time to relax in the evening. He checked the time before leaving home. He checked the time before leaving home. He checked the time before leaving home. They enjoyed learning at their own pace. They enjoyed learning at their own pace. They enjoyed learning at their own pace. I felt nervous before speaking English. I felt nervous before speaking English. I felt nervous before speaking English. She tried a new method for studying. She tried a new method for studying. She tried a new method for studying. We stayed focused during the lesson. We stayed focused during the lesson. We stayed focused during the lesson. He was happy with his progress. He was happy with his progress. He was happy with his progress. They continued practicing every day. They continued practicing every day. They continued practicing every day. I learned something useful today. I learned something useful today. I learned something useful today. She prepared everything the night before. She prepared everything the night before. She prepared everything the night before. We shared our thoughts after class. We shared our thoughts after class. We shared our thoughts after class. He stayed calm under pressure. He stayed calm under pressure. He stayed calm under pressure. They worked together to solve the problem. They worked together to solve the problem. They worked together to solve the problem. I tried to understand the meaning. I tried to understand the meaning. I tried to understand the meaning. She felt confident about the test. She felt confident about the test. She felt confident about the test. We practiced listening skills today. We practiced listening skills today. We practiced listening skills today. He remembered the key point clearly. He remembered the key point clearly. He remembered the key point clearly. They improved little by little. They improved little by little. They improved little by little. I noticed my pronunciation improving. I noticed my pronunciation improving. I noticed my pronunciation improving. She paid attention to small details. She paid attention to small details. She paid attention to small details. We stayed motivated throughout the week. We stayed motivated throughout the week. We stayed motivated throughout the week. He tried to explain his idea clearly. He tried to explain his idea clearly. He tried to explain his idea clearly. They enjoyed practicing with friends. They enjoyed practicing with friends. They enjoyed practicing with friends. I felt relaxed after finishing the task. I felt relaxed after finishing the task. I felt relaxed after finishing the task. She reviewed the lesson again at night. She reviewed the lesson again at night. She reviewed the lesson again at night. We made progress faster than expected. We made progress faster than expected. We made progress faster than expected. He focused on listening carefully. He focused on listening carefully. He focused on listening carefully. They shared useful tips with each other. They shared useful tips with each other. They shared useful tips with each other. I tried speaking without fear. I tried speaking without fear. I tried speaking without fear. She enjoyed the learning process. She enjoyed the learning process. She enjoyed the learning process. We kept practicing even when busy. We kept practicing even when busy. We kept practicing even when busy. He felt proud of his effort. He felt proud of his effort. He felt proud of his effort. They learned from their experience. They learned from their experience. They learned from their experience. I paid attention to the sound. I paid attention to the sound. I paid attention to the sound. She tried to stay consistent. She tried to stay consistent. She tried to stay consistent. We practiced English during lunch break. We practiced English during lunch break. We practiced English during lunch break. He noticed his listening getting easier. He noticed his listening getting easier. He noticed his listening getting easier. They supported each other while studying. They supported each other while studying. They supported each other while studying. I felt encouraged by the result. I felt encouraged by the result. I felt encouraged by the result. She continued learning with patience. She continued learning with patience. She continued learning with patience. We tried to improve step by step. We tried to improve step by step. We tried to improve step by step. He stayed interested in learning English. He stayed interested in learning English. He stayed interested in learning English. They practiced speaking out loud. They practiced speaking out loud. They practiced speaking out loud. I understood the sentence more clearly. I understood the sentence more clearly. I understood the sentence more clearly. She tried to remember new words. She tried to remember new words. She tried to remember new words. We kept listening until the end. We kept listening until the end. We kept listening until the end. He became more comfortable with English. He became more comfortable with English. He became more comfortable with English. They focused on simple sentences first. They focused on simple sentences first. They focused on simple sentences first. I practice listening every morning. I practice listening every morning. I practice listening every morning. She enjoyed seeing her improvement. She enjoyed seeing her improvement. She enjoyed seeing her improvement. We repeated the sentence several times. We repeated the sentence several times. We repeated the sentence several times. He tried to catch every word. He tried to catch every word. He tried to catch every word. They stayed patient during practice. They stayed patient during practice. They stayed patient during practice. I felt more confident than before. I felt more confident than before. I felt more confident than before. She worked on her weak points. She worked on her weak points. She worked on her weak points. We practiced listening with short sentences. We practiced listening with short sentences. We practiced listening with short sentences. He noticed his speed improving. He noticed his speed improving. He noticed his speed improving. They stayed focused until the end. They stayed focused until the end. They stayed focused until the end. I enjoyed the short practice session. I enjoyed the short practice session. I enjoyed the short practice session. She continued practicing every morning. She continued practicing every morning. She continued practicing every morning. We learned to listen more carefully. We learned to listen more carefully. We learned to listen more carefully. He felt less nervous than before. He felt less nervous than before. He felt less nervous than before. They practiced together to stay motivated. They practiced together to stay motivated. They practiced together to stay motivated. I focused on understanding the message. I focused on understanding the message. I focused on understanding the message. She tried to improve her listening skills. She tried to improve her listening skills. She tried to improve her listening skills. We practiced at the same time every day. We practiced at the same time every day. We practiced at the same time every day. He learned to stay calm while listening. He learned to stay calm while listening. He learned to stay calm while listening. They noticed steady improvement. They noticed steady improvement. They noticed steady improvement. I repeated the sentence slowly. I repeated the sentence slowly. I repeated the sentence slowly. She felt satisfied with her practice. She felt satisfied with her practice. She felt satisfied with her practice. We tried listening without subtitles. We tried listening without subtitles. We tried listening without subtitles. He focused on the overall meaning. He focused on the overall meaning. He focused on the overall meaning. They practiced listening in short sessions. They practiced listening in short sessions. They practiced listening in short sessions. I became more comfortable with English sounds. I became more comfortable with English sounds. I became more comfortable with English sounds. She practiced every day without skipping. She practiced every day without skipping. She practiced every day without skipping. We stayed relaxed while listening. We stayed relaxed while listening. We stayed relaxed while listening. He noticed fewer misunderstandings. He noticed fewer misunderstandings. He noticed fewer misunderstandings. They continued learning with confidence. They continued learning with confidence. They continued learning with confidence. I enjoyed hearing familiar expressions. I enjoyed hearing familiar expressions. I enjoyed hearing familiar expressions. She tried to stay focused on the sound. She tried to stay focused on the sound. She tried to stay focused on the sound. We practiced listening again and again. We practiced listening again and again. We practiced listening again and again. He felt improvement after daily practice. He felt improvement after daily practice. He felt improvement after daily practice. They focused on one sentence at a time. They focused on one sentence at a time. They focused on one sentence at a time. I listened carefully to each sentence. I listened carefully to each sentence. I listened carefully to each sentence. She noticed better understanding. She noticed better understanding. She noticed better understanding. We kept practicing even on busy days. We kept practicing even on busy days. We kept practicing even on busy days. He learned to enjoy listening practice. He learned to enjoy listening practice. He learned to enjoy listening practice. They felt more confident over time. They felt more confident over time. They felt more confident over time. I practiced listening before going to bed. I practiced listening before going to bed. I practiced listening before going to bed. She stayed motivated by small success. She stayed motivated by small success. She stayed motivated by small success. We focused on steady improvement. We focused on steady improvement. We focused on steady improvement. He practiced listening with patience. He practiced listening with patience. He practiced listening with patience. They continued practicing step by step. They continued practicing step by step. They continued practicing step by step. She bought fresh bread at the bakery. She bought fresh bread at the bakery. She bought fresh bread at the bakery. We took a short walk after lunch. We took a short walk after lunch. We took a short walk after lunch. He forgot his wallet at home. He forgot his wallet at home. He forgot his wallet at home. They went shopping at the supermarket. They went shopping at the supermarket. They went shopping at the supermarket. I cleaned the kitchen this morning. I cleaned the kitchen this morning. I cleaned the kitchen this morning. She watered the plants on the balcony. She watered the plants on the balcony. She watered the plants on the balcony. We watched a new drama at night. We watched a new drama at night. We watched a new drama at night. He took the train to the city center. He took the train to the city center. He took the train to the city center. They enjoyed a quiet weekend at home. They enjoyed a quiet weekend at home. They enjoyed a quiet weekend at home. I lost my keys for a moment. I lost my keys for a moment. I lost my keys for a moment. She found a nice restaurant near work. She found a nice restaurant near work. She found a nice restaurant near work. We tried a new coffee shop today. We tried a new coffee shop today. We tried a new coffee shop today. He fixed the broken chair. He fixed the broken chair. He fixed the broken chair. They visited a museum in the afternoon. They visited a museum in the afternoon. They visited a museum in the afternoon. I took a warm bath to relax. I took a warm bath to relax. I took a warm bath to relax. She wore a coat because it was cold. She wore a coat because it was cold. She wore a coat because it was cold. We made sandwiches for a picnic. We made sandwiches for a picnic. We made sandwiches for a picnic. He called his parents after dinner. He called his parents after dinner. He called his parents after dinner. They played board games together. They played board games together. They played board games together. I checked the weather before going out. I checked the weather before going out. I checked the weather before going out. She missed the bus this morning. She missed the bus this morning. She missed the bus this morning. We arrived at the station early. We arrived at the station early. We arrived at the station early. He made a simple breakfast. He made a simple breakfast. He made a simple breakfast. They listened to music on the way home. They listened to music on the way home. They listened to music on the way home. I stayed up late to watch the game. I stayed up late to watch the game. I stayed up late to watch the game. She took photos of the sunset. She took photos of the sunset. She took photos of the sunset. We met our friends at the park. We met our friends at the park. We met our friends at the park. He ordered ramen for lunch. He ordered ramen for lunch. He ordered ramen for lunch. They cleaned the house together. They cleaned the house together. They cleaned the house together. I went to bed early last night. I went to bed early last night. I went to bed early last night. She forgot to set the alarm. She forgot to set the alarm. She forgot to set the alarm. We took an umbrella just in case. We took an umbrella just in case. We took an umbrella just in case. He felt sleepy during the meeting. He felt sleepy during the meeting. He felt sleepy during the meeting. They chose a movie for family night. They chose a movie for family night. They chose a movie for family night. I made a list before shopping. I made a list before shopping. I made a list before shopping. She tried a new hairstyle today. She tried a new hairstyle today. She tried a new hairstyle today. We ate ice cream after dinner. We ate ice cream after dinner. We ate ice cream after dinner. He cleaned his desk before work. He cleaned his desk before work. He cleaned his desk before work. They planned a trip for spring. They planned a trip for spring. They planned a trip for spring. I opened the window for fresh air. I opened the window for fresh air. I opened the window for fresh air. She washed the dishes after dinner. She washed the dishes after dinner. She washed the dishes after dinner. We visited a bookstore on Sunday. We visited a bookstore on Sunday. We visited a bookstore on Sunday. He bought a gift for his friend. He bought a gift for his friend. He bought a gift for his friend. They took the dog to the vet. They took the dog to the vet. They took the dog to the vet. I drank water after exercising. I drank water after exercising. I drank water after exercising. She felt better after a short nap. She felt better after a short nap. She felt better after a short nap. We cooked curry for the family. We cooked curry for the family. We cooked curry for the family. He forgot the meeting time. He forgot the meeting time. He forgot the meeting time. They enjoyed a hot cup of tea. They enjoyed a hot cup of tea. They enjoyed a hot cup of tea. I took a taxi because it was late. I took a taxi because it was late. I took a taxi because it was late. She sent a message to her sister. She sent a message to her sister. She sent a message to her sister. We bought tickets for the concert. We bought tickets for the concert. We bought tickets for the concert. He wore sneakers for comfort. He wore sneakers for comfort. He wore sneakers for comfort. They tried cooking a new recipe. They tried cooking a new recipe. They tried cooking a new recipe. I organized my closet today. I organized my closet today. I organized my closet today. She forgot her charger at school. She forgot her charger at school. She forgot her charger at school. We took a break at a small cafe. We took a break at a small cafe. We took a break at a small cafe. He carried heavy bags home. He carried heavy bags home. He carried heavy bags home. They watched fireworks in summer. They watched fireworks in summer. They watched fireworks in summer. I felt hungry before dinner. I felt hungry before dinner. I felt hungry before dinner. She cooked soup for the cold day. She cooked soup for the cold day. She cooked soup for the cold day. We visited our grandparents on Sunday. We visited our grandparents on Sunday. We visited our grandparents on Sunday. He bought a new phone case. He bought a new phone case. He bought a new phone case. They walked along the river. They walked along the river. They walked along the river. I spilled coffee on my shirt. I spilled coffee on my shirt. I spilled coffee on my shirt. She helped her child with homework. She helped her child with homework. She helped her child with homework. We went to the library after school. We went to the library after school. We went to the library after school. He checked the price before buying. He checked the price before buying. He checked the price before buying. They cooked breakfast together. They cooked breakfast together. They cooked breakfast together. I took the stairs instead of the elevator. I took the stairs instead of the elevator. I took the stairs instead of the elevator. She enjoyed a calm morning at home. She enjoyed a calm morning at home. She enjoyed a calm morning at home. We bought vegetables at the market. We bought vegetables at the market. We bought vegetables at the market. He listened to a podcast on the train. He listened to a podcast on the train. He listened to a podcast on the train. They visited a shrine on New Year Day. They visited a shrine on New Year Day. They visited a shrine on New Year Day. I turned off the lights before sleeping. I turned off the lights before sleeping. I turned off the lights before sleeping. She cleaned her room on Saturday. She cleaned her room on Saturday. She cleaned her room on Saturday. We enjoyed sushi for dinner. We enjoyed sushi for dinner. We enjoyed sushi for dinner. He bought flowers for his partner. He bought flowers for his partner. He bought flowers for his partner. They went hiking in the mountains. They went hiking in the mountains. They went hiking in the mountains. I felt tired after a long day. I felt tired after a long day. I felt tired after a long day. She made pancakes for breakfast. She made pancakes for breakfast. She made pancakes for breakfast. We visited a new shopping mall. We visited a new shopping mall. We visited a new shopping mall. He forgot to bring his umbrella. He forgot to bring his umbrella. He forgot to bring his umbrella. They played soccer in the park. They played soccer in the park. They played soccer in the park. I bought a train pass for the month. I bought a train pass for the month. I bought a train pass for the month. She listened to the news in the morning. She listened to the news in the morning. She listened to the news in the morning. We cooked rice and grilled fish. We cooked rice and grilled fish. We cooked rice and grilled fish. He took a day off to rest. He took a day off to rest. He took a day off to rest. They went to a festival at night. They went to a festival at night. They went to a festival at night. I helped my friend move to a new place. I helped my friend move to a new place. I helped my friend move to a new place. She chose a blue dress for the party. She chose a blue dress for the party. She chose a blue dress for the party. We met at the station at noon. We met at the station at noon. We met at the station at noon. He cooked lunch for everyone. He cooked lunch for everyone. He cooked lunch for everyone. They went to the beach in July. They went to the beach in July. They went to the beach in July. I washed my car on Sunday. I washed my car on Sunday. I washed my car on Sunday. She wrote a letter to her friend. She wrote a letter to her friend. She wrote a letter to her friend. We enjoyed the view from the top. We enjoyed the view from the top. We enjoyed the view from the top. He bought a warm scarf for winter. He bought a warm scarf for winter. He bought a warm scarf for winter. They made plans for next weekend. They made plans for next weekend. They made plans for next weekend. I felt happy to be home. I felt happy to be home. I felt happy to be home.